the good news this morning is that, relatively speaking, some of the storm surge projections that were projected for southwest and south central Louisiana, the actual surge was not as great as what was forecast. So that's got a potential to really help us out. I would say the other good news that overnight we've not heard significant reports of fatalities, and so that's another piece of good news that's out there as well.
I was looking at some video, saw it on the Weather Channel just a couple of minutes ago. It was Lake Charles, I guess, earlier this morning. It literally was video. Winds so strong, it blew an RV over on its side. I assume you're in Baton Rouge. What's the condition there? What are you, Casey, seeing that you can tell us about?
So the weather here in Baton Rouge, some of the rain bands associated with this event are making their way through from the coast up through Baton Rouge and kind of swinging around. So we've had some winds and rain through the day, but you're absolutely right. Confirmed sustained winds of 150 miles an hour in Cameron and Calcasieu. Just unbelievable wind that they experienced over there overnight.
Casey, let me ask you this. The governor says extensive damage, no deaths reported yet, as you mentioned. Describe the extensive damage from where to where, or is it focused in Cameron, Lake Charles, that area?
It is for now, but I think you're going to see as daylight is now here and as the storm moves in, damage reports from Beauregard Parish, from Allen Parish, from Vernon Parish, and parishes as this thing progresses up towards you guys. So those damages are going to continue to occur throughout the day. We're already seeing extensive power outages. I don't know about the Shreveport-Bossier area yet, but certainly in the central Louisiana, power outages, and that's going to continue throughout the day as the storm moves through.
We heard about 500,000 could be without power. Is that number fairly accurate? What are y'all hearing in terms of numbers?
I think that's potentially the estimate. The latest that I got was about 400,000, but that was a little bit earlier today, and that's going to be very dynamic. The other thing that I would say is that a lot of times in these kinds of events, you've got this sort of some power's coming back on places while it's going out in other places. I think based upon some of this damage, it's going to be a while before the power comes back on in South Louisiana. So those numbers are going to really kind of hold static. And throughout the day as the storm moves through, what we're going to see is those numbers add up.
Aaron, time for one more. What you got, kid?
Yeah, let me ask you this. Casey, I know you're from our local area. A lot of people here are now seeing the winds, experiencing that now. How concerned are you and the folks at GOHSEP about northwest Louisiana?
Certainly. That's been, we've had calls the last several days. I can't remember a time, I don't know that it's ever been a situation where a hurricane has reached throughout, into northwest Louisiana. So those winds are very significant, and people should treat, that are in the path of this storm should shelter down as if, as the worst comes through, as if they were experiencing a tornado threat.